Coco Chanel. Your deficiency is your power. I am Coco Chanel. You know me as a fashion icon, the creator of luxury, the queen of elegance. But you do not know how I started. I was an orphan. My mother died when I was 12. My father abandoned me at an orphanage. I had nothing. No family. No money. No education. No future. Just a needle. The nuns taught me to sew. That was all I had. A needle and thread. People looked at me with pity. Poor girl. No parents. No prospects. They saw deficiency. But I saw something else. I saw power. Let me tell you how deficiency became my greatest strength. Deficiency forces creativity. When you have nothing, you must create everything. I had no money for fancy fabrics. So I used jersey. Jersey was cheap. It was used for men's underwear. No one used it for women's fashion. But I did. Why? Because I could afford it. My deficiency forced me to be creative. And that creativity changed fashion forever. Jersey became elegant. Comfortable became luxurious. Simple became iconic. The little black dress. The Chanel suit. The quilted bag. All born from deficiency. If I had money, I would have done what everyone else did. Expensive fabrics. Complicated designs. Traditional styles. But I had nothing. So I created something new. Deficiency is not weakness. It is the mother of innovation. Deficiency reveals what matters. When you have everything, you lose focus. You do not know what is essential. But when you have nothing, clarity comes. At the orphanage, I learned this. The nuns dressed us in plain black and white. Simple, severe, functional. I hated it then, but it taught me something. Elegance is not about having more. It is about having less. Remove everything unnecessary. Keep only what matters. This became my philosophy. No frills. No excess. Only essence. Women's fashion before me was suffocating. Corsets. Petticoats. Layers and layers. Why? Because women had everything. Too much fabric. Too much decoration. Too much restriction. I had nothing. So I gave them freedom. Simple lines. Comfortable fabrics. Functional elegance. My deficiency taught me what women truly needed. Not more, less. Deficiency builds resilience. When you grow up with nothing, you learn to survive. I was abandoned, rejected, alone. Every day was a battle. But every battle made me stronger. When I started my business, I faced rejection again. Fashion houses laughed at me. Who is this orphan girl? What does she know about fashion? They dismissed me. But I did not break. Why? Because I had survived worse. Abandonment by my father. Death of my mother. Years in an orphanage. Compared to that, rejection by fashion critics was nothing. Deficiency had already hardened me. I knew how to endure. I knew how to fight. I knew how to survive. That resilience built an empire. Most people quit when faced with obstacles. But not people who grew up with deficiency. We are used to obstacles. We were born into them. So we do not fear them. We overcome them. Deficiency shapes your vision. When you have nothing, you see what others cannot. I saw women trapped in uncomfortable clothes. I saw society's ridiculous rules. I saw opportunities everyone else missed. Why could I see this? Because I was an outsider. I did not belong to high society. I was not born into wealth. I had no stake in the old ways. My deficiency freed me. I had nothing to lose. So I could challenge everything. Women should wear pants? Scandalous. But I did it. Women should have short hair? Unthinkable. But I cut mine. Women should be comfortable? Revolutionary. But I made it happen. My outsider status was my advantage. If I had been born rich, I would have accepted the rules. If I had been born privileged, I would have followed tradition. But I was born with nothing. So I made my own rules. Deficiency is your unique story. Everyone has advantages. Money, connections, education. These are common. But deficiency? Deficiency is unique. My story was unique. An orphan who became a fashion icon. A girl with nothing who built everything. That story had power. It inspired people. Not because I had everything. But because I had nothing. And still succeeded. Your deficiency is your story too. What do you lack? Money? Education? Connections? Youth? Good. That is your power. That is what makes you different. That is what makes you strong. That is what makes you creative. Do not hide your deficiency. Use it. Let me tell you how. First, embrace your lack. Stop pretending you have what you do not. Stop hiding your struggles. Stop being ashamed of your deficiency. I never hid that I was an orphan. I owned it. It made me who I was. Your deficiency made you who you are. Own it. Second, let deficiency drive you. Use what you lack as fuel. I lacked family, so I built a business family. I lacked education, so I educated myself through observation. I lacked money, so I created value from nothing. What do you lack? Use it to drive you forward. Third, create from your deficiency. Whatever you lack, create a solution. I lacked comfortable clothes, so I created them. What do you lack? Create it. Your deficiency shows you what the world needs. Because if you need it, others need it too. Fourth, let deficiency shape your vision. Your outsider status is an advantage. You see what insiders cannot. You question what others accept. You innovate where others stagnate. Use that vision. Fifth, tell your story. Your journey from deficiency to success is powerful. It inspires others. It gives hope. It shows what is possible. Do not hide where you came from. Share it. Your deficiency is not your shame. It is your strength. I built Chanel from nothing. Not despite my deficiency. Because of it, my lack of family taught me independence. My lack of money taught me creativity. My lack of education taught me observation. My outsider status taught me innovation. Every deficiency became a strength. And you can do the same. Look at what you lack. Really look at it. Do not see weakness. See opportunity. That lack is forcing you to be creative. That lack is revealing what matters. That lack is building your resilience. That lack is shaping your unique vision. That lack is your story. Your deficiency is your power. Use it. I did. And I changed fashion forever. Not because I had everything, but because I had nothing. You have the same power. Your nothing can become everything. Trust your deficiency. Embrace your lack. Create from your scars. That is how you build an empire. That is how I built Chanel. Timeless secret wisdom. Coco Chanel.